Okay, parents, remember how I scared y'all with my homeschool 101 class? If you don't really want to be enrolled in that, I suggest you listen up because he has absolutely created the n.dei.ed.gov. And that is where you're going to go up there and make your child's teacher's life a living hell because you're going to be able to go up there and report anything that you don't like, basically. Anything that you can kind of relate it back to diversity, equity, inclusion. You can absolutely file a complaint with the Department of Ed and have. Um, your child's district's funding pool. So that should be just great. So now the teacher has to not only worry about your kid being a brat, but absolutely having to deal with this bullshit because if you're up there making this complaint, I guarantee you your child's an asshole. Um and if you read the statement up there, the Department of Education is the last thing that we need to be getting rid of because who is this? Tiffany Justice, one of those moms for liberty. She was just like, for years, parents have been begging schools to focus on teaching their kids skills like reading, writing, and math instead of pushing critical theory, rogue sex education, divisive ideologies. But their concerns have been brushed off and mocked and shut down entirely. Girl, please go to hell. Because here's the thing, you are your child's first teacher. So the fact of the matter is, you should have been teaching your child how to read and write before they got to school. That's just kind of, the little things along preschool. And if y'all wouldn't have your head so far up your asses, you wouldn't have got rid of things like Smart Start, aka Head Start. That if you could not afford regular preschool, you could get you some, state based preschool would absolutely help them get ready for regular school. But the fact that you think that it's the teacher's job to teach your child how to read is quite comical when you should be reading to your child at home and setting up that foundation. You should be teaching your child how to write at home. Your child's teacher is basically a supplement. Now, I get it, you can't teach them all the hard subjects, but you should be teaching the foundational shit. And the fact that you put this up here lets us know that you're a shitty ass parent. I just said it. So, and the fact that you're saying rogue sex education, would that be because your men are the ones that are up here making all these laws and rules and things about women's body that they know nothing about because y'all don't want to teach it? We shouldn't have to continuously tell them that, there's two separate holes. Yeah, and we can't cross our legs to make shit stop. But again, y'all don't like to wash your legs, so that tracks. And instead of just saying critical theory, let's go ahead and put it in there. Critical race theory, because Black American history, Native American history, Latin American history is all a part of American history. But it's not. The people who came over here saying they were looking for spices that their descendants still don't use. Nope, it's not. And the fact that you're saying that you've been mocked, because these are things that you should have been teaching your child. Like I said, school is a supplement, especially in those foundational ages. You should absolutely have been doing all of these things. So when your child was ready to go to school, they were ready to, go with a head start. But no, you want to make it harder because you don't want to have to explain that if we ever colorize some of those pictures with Dr. Martin Luther King, that y'all love to bring him up so much, that it would humanize the situation of how we would probably see Meemaw and Peepaw in some of those pictures with Ruby Bridges, or we would probably see familiar faces like we did the Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry, when he was just like, oh, I just kind of walked over there. Oh no, you did. You knew exactly what the hell was going on over there, and you took your little racist ass over there. But that's fine, birds of a feather. Exactly. So, this will be really interesting. But you know what, parents, it's so interesting that they said that you can submit discriminatory complaints, based on race or sex. So, I can't tell you to go and file a complaint with all the things that have been going on at your child's school in regards to discriminatory behaviors or things that have been ignored when IEPs have not been followed. I cannot tell you to go up there and definitely file all the complaints of what has been going on with your child's education. Because it's awful funny how they're saying that Don Don's putting the power back into the hands of the parents. The power never left the hands of the parents, and that's the problem. They're trying to lead y'all to believe that the parents have no power. But I say this every time that I always do something to defend teachers. Parents, y'all got all the power. And if y'all band together because these teachers really cannot say anything because they'll lose their contracts, I guarantee you shit will change. I.e., no more taking paper for the district, no more providing Kleenexes and all things because they got money for all that shit. They also got money for new equipment and things, but again, they don't want to spend it. But if y'all go ahead and start absolutely letting these people in legislation know that we're not standing for this when it comes to our public schools, shit will change.